So yeah, I'm gonna have my mat. I have two different sets of weights there. I know you guys probably can't see them right there, but they are right that way. Hopefully you guys are snowed in or you don't have to go too far. We're gonna go ahead and get you guys started with a little bit of a warm up here. So with your legs, you're just kind of going with our legs here, just kind of going with the backwards lunge. So going right here, backwards lunging on each leg, alternating that. There we go, good. So let's do some hip hinges forward. So it's good morning here. You can have your hands on your sides. Just actually, or just like a deadlift, you can have your hands here or to your side. Just going hips back. Allow the head to kind of tilt with the torso or as you bend at the waist and coming on up. You should feel this activate those hamstrings and glutes here. That's one. And good. So what we're going to do now, just for the obliques and kind of for the torso here, you can have your arms up, you just kind of shorten to the elbow, getting that twist side to side. Really trying to get a good twist in and warming up those obliques a bit. A lot of the stuff we do is just going to be on one side or unilateral movements today. So we can focus in on one side then the other. But they will be compound movements primarily, and then we will isolate things out. And good. So let's have you guys go with those big arm circles. So forward. Getting a proper warm up here. Let's go backwards. There we go, good. Let's go front and back here now. Nice and loose to the arms. And good. So let's take a minute and shake those out. What we're gonna do first, we wanna take probably one heavy leg weight if you have a heavier weight versus a lighter weight. Take your heaviest weight. We're gonna have that in our right hand, okay? So we're gonna go back with our right foot in the lunge, and then we do a right-sided oblique dip to the side. So what it'll look like, and I'll get it started on a clock once we get there, but we just wanna go right here. You can have your off hand kind of out to hold your base, and then we wanna go right there with a side oblique dip, all right? So I'm gonna make sure I have our phone and our timer. Actually, it's like right on time. So we're just gonna go on the timer here, and what it's going to look like, we have our time. We'll have about 10 seconds in between each one, and then we go right into the next one. It's 50 seconds for this first part, and then I'll let you know the other side. So lunges with that oblique dip first. Hopefully you can hear this. Yeah, definitely could probably hear that. So clock is rolling. Left foot or right foot goes back, and then into that side oblique dip here. As you go into that oblique dip, you should feel it on the opposite side. So as I dip down on my right, pulling back with my left side oblique. Just right there, halfway through. Again, you don't have to move quick through this, just stay in good position here. Nice strong step back, coming up. then over. Almost there. There we go, good. Let's switch this up, just the opposite side. Doing that same exact thing. Now it's our left foot going back to our left side oblique. So we'll be working on the right side oblique here. Here we go. And you can use your hand. I know sometimes when we do these single-sided or unilateral movements, you can feel like one side's a little bit easier than the other. That's totally fine, totally normal. Here we go, we're halfway through. Keep working your way through it. Looking good, last bit left. There we go, good. So switch to your heavier arm weight, all right? We're gonna be down on that right side again, right hand. We're gonna be down on our right knee here. And we're just gonna be pressing up in a narrow and wide press. So let's go ahead and begin. So this is the narrow. This is the wide. So taking your wider weight here, we're really trying to take the legs out on this one. Isolating those arms a little bit more here. There we go, looking good. We're over halfway. Keep going with that side, still staying on this side. Remember, you don't have to move quick. We just want to stay in good position here. There we go, good. Let's switch up legs, switch up arms, all right? So now my left knee is down. I got my right leg up, narrow and wide on the left, okay? Here we go, go ahead and begin. Going up nice and narrow, try to keep that dumbbell in line with the shoulder, and then rotating out to that wide. Remember to keep that torso up. Try not to lean too far over one way. Try not to exaggerate it too much. Being as neutral as possible with that torso. Looking good here, almost to it. Last bit, there we go, good. So let's switch us back. I'm going to take a little bit of time to kind of pause, shake things out. So let's take this back to our heavier arm weight, or heavier leg weight, sorry. Heavier leg weight here. And we go into a deadlift just on one side, okay? So what it's going to look like, have it in our right hand. We want to go down actually to our left foot, all right? So as we do that, that's going to make sure that our hips are not twisting one way or the other and try to stay as level as possible. So what it's going to look like, if I show you from this side, we go down, right like that, and then come back up. All right, so our left leg is bent slightly at the knee, and you'll see if I went and went this way, sometimes you have a tendency to open up at the hip. If you do it with the opposite hand, that stays down. All right, that stays down towards that foot, which we want on this one. All right, so on this here, we want to go down to that leg and then back up here. All right, so this is going to go back on the clock starting in 3, 2, and 1. Here we go. So the left hand going down to that left, or right hand going down to the left foot here. It's going right like that. As you come back up, just all the way up, nice and tall, that standing position. You can also hold your foot lightly off of the ground. And again, you can use that offhand as you come up and down to kind of keep your balance, keep your base. Nice and controlled here. Looking good, almost to it. There we go, good. Let's switch this up, opposite side. So now left hand going down to the right foot. Right foot is gonna be solid, slightly bent at the knee, all right? Here we go, go ahead and begin. And I'm kind of stepping on my mat. Makes things a little bit more challenging. And also I'm a little bit more challenged on my left side, or going down to my right leg than I am to my left. But again, think about everything happening in that leg. You want to get a good squeeze at the top when you're standing. Feel that work as you lengthen out, and then coming right back up. There we go, looking good. Stay with it. There we go. Nice job, guys. So this one here now, this is going to start off with both of your heavier arm weights going with a tricep kickback. Right? Both arms going. Just going back right like that here. So think stable shoulder, just moving right at the elbow here. Once we get done with both, we're going to go with single arm. Looking good, halfway through, still staying with both arms here. There we go, good. To get more tricep work in, we're gonna put one of those down, all right? We go single side, right side first for the first half. Once we hear that timer, we go to the opposite hand, all right? So here we go. Right side first for me, doesn't matter which one you wanna start with. We're just going again back right like that. Again, think about that squeeze in that tricep as you go back. As you see, not too much movement here at my shoulder, moving right at the elbow. That's where we get that squeeze in that tricep. Here we go, switching up, opposite side here. You'll notice sometimes even if you almost rotate the hand so that the palm is up at the end, you'll get a little more of a squeeze in that tricep. Feels a little different. There we go, good job, guys. So back to our compound movements. This is gonna be right side, right leg back into a split lunge with the bicep curl open, right? So just going right like this, going down into that split lunge. As we come up, we keep that foot there, open curl, just right like that. Up and down, open curl at the top. Looking good there, keep this going. Looking good, keep that going. I know I have another alarm going off. Just let me know we're about halfway through. Keep this going all the way through. In 3, 2, 1, and good. So let's have you guys switch that up, opposite side. So now it's our left hand, left leg going back. Again, it's going to be a split lunge, stationary lunge. As you come up, open curl. Here we go. So I'm right here, down and up. Looking good. You're over halfway through it. Keep this going. Last bit left here. There we go. Good job, guys. So take a minute, shake those out. This is going to be with both of those weights now. Alternating a curl, or alternating a lunge. As we come up, we're doing a hammer curl. So just going right here, alternating your lunge backwards as you come up, all the way to that standing hammer curl. Just going right like that. Looking good here. Keep this going. There we go. Good job, guys. So this one here, we're going to transition to our heavier weights here again. And what it's going to look like, we're going to be down on the ground or down on the mat, all right? So what it's going to look like here, we'll take one of those heavy weights. We can also just go with one of those heavier arm weights or one of your arm weights here. And what we're going to do is a glute bridge. As we come up, it's going to be another tricep move. So we just want to go with our right hand coming up into a crossbody tricep, all right? So I'm going to take that phone with me a little bit just so you can, I can kind of have more control of the timer. But we just want to go on our back, right hand with our weight. And if you wanted to, you can even have a weight on your lap as you do this, just be really careful. But what we're going to do here as we come on up, we can stabilize with the left arm. I want to go down and then up here. All right, here we go. Go ahead and begin. Hopefully you guys can still hear that. So going up right like this here. If you don't need that opposite arm to stabilize you, you can just go right here. And a good squeeze up. Everything comes up all at once. Looking good. Over halfway through it. There we go, good. So let's have you guys switch up the sides. So now it's in the left hand, still doing that glute bridge as we come up. Again, you can stabilize with the opposite arm, or we're going to cross body with that tricep. Here we go. Down, everything comes up. Looking good, halfway through it. There we go, good. So let's grab both of those weights. We still do the bridge, but now we're doing a chest fly. So we're going kind of a fly like that, but we're on our back. Every time we bring those arms up to center, we go with that bridge up. Just going right there, slight bend in the elbow. Really feel as you go down that lengthening out in the chest, and give it a good squeeze as you come up top. Looking good. You're over halfway through it. Keep grinding through this second half here. Almost there. Keep going. There we go. Good. So what we're going to do here, we're going to tabletop those feet. And we're just going to go with one side for the first half, still with the chest fly. Then we're going to go with the opposite side Really use your core on this one. I'm going to start with my right side here. Really use your core to keep you stable, especially as that weight goes out to the side. You're going to need that to offset, give yourself a little bit of stability as you work your way through this move. Looking good, opposite side here. There we go. Good job, guys. So this one here now, this is going to be still tabletop in those feet. Now we just go with one arm going back, just right like that here. Slight bend in the elbow. Should feel this in those lats. You can tabletop them if that becomes a little bit too much for you. You can also just have your feet down. But if you feel any twist or if you feel any curve in that lower back, that's when you want to tabletop those feet. Now let's switch. Opposite hand. Just again going there. With those feet, you can also have them again up like that. You can even have them pulled back towards you to really get that lower back down on the ground as you move your way through this. There we go, good. So we're gonna go with both arms going back on this next one, all right? So same thing, both arms going back instead of just one and then the other. Here we go. So going right here. So again, I just have my feet down just so I can show you that. You can again also tabletop those feet. And as you go through this, you should feel this in those lats, also in your core as you lengthen out and then come back through. You can also just use one weight if that's a little bit better. I know sometimes this can be a bit of an overbearing move, depending on what weight you have at your disposal. So just go with whatever you have that'll work throughout this move, throughout this time. You're over halfway already. Really lengthen out and then give a good squeeze at the top here. There we go. Nice job, guys. So what we're going to do now, just on one side, we're going to switch on over. One leg or the other. This is a side V up, all right? So just going right here. So this is level one. You should feel this in that top side oblique with that one arm weight here. You can also go level two with both of those legs. Either way, really slow yourself down as you work through it. Again, this is level one. Level two, you kind of get a little more of a rotation up and down. That's it, almost to it. There we go. Good job, guys. So this one's just going opposite side, spin around, however you need to do it. Opposite side here. And here we go. So just, again, going either here. Again, top side oblique is what we're focusing in on right here. Or here. Both legs going up, but also coming back down nice and controlled. Looking good, over halfway through it. There we go. Nice job, guys. So this one here now, this is just going to go on your back. All we're doing is going kind of an opposing limb sit up, okay? So I'm just going to go with my right hand over to my left foot, okay? If you want to, you can elongate it the more you feel comfortable with it. If you want to bring it in, kind of have a bent knee, you can do that. If you want to go with the more of a level 1 option, level 2 is going to be more elongated with that leg. Here we go. So this one's just going right here. You can go right here as far as level 1 goes, keeping your lower back into contact with the ground. Or you can go, actually level 3, there's like 3 levels on this one. Or you can go right here. If you feel really good, you can sit up and then come back down. So any one of those, I'm going to go for the one right in the middle because it's still pretty effective. You stay stable, your lower back is supported, but you still get a pretty good workout. You should feel this in the hip flexors, also in the core here. There we go. Good. Let's switch this up. Going with the opposite hand, and then we're just going to go with the opposite leg here now. So you're just going right on up. Remember, you can do it with the bend, the elongated one, or the sit-up. So one is right here. This one again is kind of that one in the middle, level 2. And I like to kind of keep my hands on my core to make sure that I am engaging as I work through, feeling that squeeze as I work on up. Looking good here. You're over halfway through it. Last bit left here. There we go. Nice job, guys. Made it through that one, all right? So we're going to be back up for our last ones. And this one here is going to be, you can use either weight that you need, but this is going to be in Sumo Squat. We go with an upright row on one side, and then we'll go with an upright row on the other side. All right, so this one's just going to go half and half. Our final, or I think about our final move here. I have a little bit of time. So let's go with just one weight, and we'll switch it halfway through. All right, here we go. Go ahead and begin. So feet out nice and wide. Sumo squat down, and then coming up in that row. So down in sumo, up with the upright row at the end. As you're in that sumo, make sure the knees track with the toes. As you come up, big squeeze in the upper back, elbows out. Almost to that halfway point. There we go. Switch those hands. Opposite side. Looking good here, almost to it. Final seconds before we're all set. And there we go. Nice job, guys. Made it through. Got us about right on time there, it looks like. We're a little bit under, got a little bit under on that one. But we got in pretty much everything I wanted to get in. So that's a great job on that one. A lot of unilateral stuff today. A little bit different than probably what we were used to doing, but hopefully it's a good change up for you. And thanks for joining. Hope you have a great rest of the day. Stay warm outside. And if you are on the roads, be safe. And we'll see you guys the next time. Good job, guys. Have a great day.